Ladies and gentlemen, 2020 is going to be another big year for store closures. And wow, this came out in Money Wise. These chains are closing the most stores in 2020. So it's quite a few retailers, too. All right. If you like fingering fabrics and spritzing perfume samples, you'd better hurry. More chain stores will be disappearing in 2020, and several mainstay retailers are rethinking the whole idea of having brick and mortar locations. A staggering number of stores have shut down in 2019, more than 9,000, way up from the 5,800 that closed in 2018, according to Coresight Research. But 2020 might be the grimmest year so far. Here are the major retailers that already have planned to close stores in 2020, starting with the biggest announcements. Are these chains losing the battle against e commerce giants? Chico's. Okay. Stores closing in 2020 up to 250. Chico specializes in sophisticated clothing, accessories, and intimates for women. It serves the lifestyle needs of fashion savvy women 30 years and older, according to its website. The company was founded in 1983 by a husband and wife team named after a friend's parrot, huh? It grew rapidly to more than 1,400 locations in the US and Canada. Now the chain is shifting gears away from traditional stores. That spells the end for 250 US locations by early 2022. Chico's has partnered with Amazon, ShopRunner, and QVC to accommodate its 8 million customers' changing needs and shopping behaviors. The company also includes Soma and White House black market stores. Gap. I know the Gap around me is gone. Stores closing in 2020 up to 230. The Gap chain is shrinking in more ways than one. It's on its way to closing around half of its stores through 2020. The company made that decision after a not so merry 2018 holiday season that saw Gap sales decline 5%. It's not clear how many stores have shut down so far. Not only that, but remaining stores will be reduced in size. Robert Fisher, chairman of the board, says the closures will breathe new life into the 50-year-old brand. Maybe the most shocking development is Gap Inc. planned divorce from Old Navy. That younger chain will say, okay, boomer, and hit the road to spin off as a separate company. AC Moore. Oh, arts and craft. I used to go in AC Moore. Closing in 2020, more than 145 stores. Arts and craft chain AC Moore will be no more in 2020. The retailer, whose stores are known for their generous coupons and are found primarily east of the Mississippi, is going out of business. The company's announcement suggested the closing would come early in the new year. Unfortunately, given the headwinds facing many retailers in today's environment, it made it very difficult for us to operate and compete on a national level. AC Moore CEO Anthony Pipe, Piperno said in a statement, the first store was opened in New Jersey in 1985 by a guy named Jack Parker. Up to 40 of the AC Moore locations may reopen as Michael's arts and craft stores. Office Depot. There's one near me. I wonder if it's going to close. Stores closing in 2020 up to 90. You may have to drive further on your lunch hour for ink cartridges and mailing envelopes. Seeing greater potential in business to business services, Office Depot has announced it will close 90 locations by 2021. That's on top of 55 that have gone dark over the last year. The office supply company also owns Office Max. So some of those stores are on the chopping block as well. At its peak in 2006, the retailer stock price reached almost $44. It was a mere $2.50 in the third quarter of 2019. CEO Joe Lower has told investors that the company's stores might account for only 20% of all sales within 3 years. Yeah, I saw an article that talked about a lot of these stores performed very well on Black Friday, and there were some that were like a ghost town on Black Friday. And it's because now online shopping is way more popular now than going to a brick and mortar store. So these stores are not doing as well as they used to on a Black Friday. Bed Bath and Beyond. Bed Bath and Beyond, they're going to be closing in 2020 up to 60 stores. Bed Bath and Beyond are behemoths. Some occupy more than 80,000 square feet and display around 300,000 items from floor to ceiling. That's a lot of bath mats, bed sheets, and pot holders. The retailer plans to turn 40 of those stores into empty big boxes. By March of 2020, another 20 stores are closing from other chains. BB&B owns, including Bye Bye Baby and Cost Plus World Market. As of the end of August 2019, the company had more than 1,500 stores in the US and Canada, including about 1,000 Bed Bath & Beyond locations. Executives say the goal is to strike a better balance between the retailer's brick and mortar trade and its digital presence. Sears. I know the one by me is gone. It left, I think 2 years ago. Sears. Closing in 2020, 51. Sears is more than 130 years old and is dying a slow death. The iconic chain was once the largest retailer in the country, and it played a key role in the rise of shopping malls. Its innovative mail order catalog forever changed the way people shop. The next time you order a rug or a refrigerator, you'll have Sears to thank. The company emerged from bankruptcy in 2019, but not looking any stronger. The months since has seen one round of store closing after another. Dozen more will be shutting down by February 2020. The chain's current owner says in a statement that it's pruning operations that have struggled due to increased competition and other factors. Kmart. Wow. Store closing in 2020, 45. The home of the Blue Light Special first opened under the name Kmart in 1962. The discount chain had almost 2,500 locations worldwide in 1994, but the retailer closed hundreds when it filed for bankruptcy in 2002. 2 years later, Kmart emerged with Sears, and that's when things really started going bad. The lights have already been going out at Kmart stores in recent years. Dozens have shut down in 2019. Nearly 50 more will close by February 2020, and that will leave just 182 Sears and Kmart stores still in business. Transformico, the company that now owns the two chains, says the business has faced a difficult retail environment and other challenges. Christopher and Banks. Store closing in 2020 up to 40. We didn't really have one of these near me. Maybe it was in other locations. Gil Braun opened Braun's Fashion in Minneapolis in 1956. He said he found the locale women full of life and wisdom and aimed to provide them with high fashion at affordable prices. In 2000, Braun's evolved into brands Christopher and Banks and CJ Banks. The chain quickly expanded to 500 locations. But lately, Christopher and Banks has looked at the math. During one quarter in 2018, the company lost $8.8 million. This is one quarter. See, this goes back to me telling you to pick up a Wall Street Journal. See, these folks have told us for a long time they can run businesses and we couldn't. But that's a damn lie. They can't run businesses, ladies and gentlemen. And I tell you what, they have none of these groups out here have ever come close to matching Black Wall Street yet. None of them. They lose all this money in a quarter, but will look you in the face and tell you they're the best ones in business. They're not. They're not. And you can prove them a liar by picking up a Wall Street Journal and showing them the astronomical amounts of money these companies lose in a quarter. $8.8 million in one quarter. That's a lot of damn money. But its online sales increased almost 11%. So the company is cutting back on stores and shifting resources to its e-commerce business. The plan is to close 30 to 40 stores by the end of 2020. Meanwhile, the retailer's stock has dropped so low that it has been removed from the New York Stock Exchange. Damn. Really? Ooh, Christopher Banks, you did that bad that you got dropped from the New York Stock Exchange. Ooh. New York and Company. All right, store closing in 2020, 27. New York and Company was hoping for more of a usual Black Friday craziness. Instead, after Thanksgiving shopping holiday was disappointingly quiet. And they're not alone. There were a lot of locations like that around the country They thought they were going to have the mass crowds coming in, and it was like a ghost town. And a symptom of the problems at the women's fashion and accessories retailers. Shoppers are visiting the chain stores less often while shopping more time on the company's website. So they are shopping with New York and Company, but more online than at a brick and mortar shop. In response, owner RTW Retail Wins is closing 27 of its shops by early February, including 19 New York and Company locations, 4 fashions to figure stores, and 4 New York and Company outlets. New York and Company is known for its collaborations with celebrities, including the actress Gabrielle Union and Eva Mendes. The company was founded more than 100 years ago as learner shops. See, we had learner shops around here, but man, they've been gone. Those shops had to be gone for a good 15, 20 years now. But we used to have learner shops. CVS. Wow. CVS is closing 22 stores in 2020. CVS intends to close fewer than a dozen of its drugstores in 2020, which is about half of the number that have shut down in 2019. You'll still find one near every corner because there will be roughly 9,900 remaining CVS locations. So they're not doing quite as bad. The neighborhood pharmacy and retail chain is focusing on its stores that have minute clinics, which offer basic walk-in medical services. That strategy is right in line with the parent company named CVS Health. There are 1,100 clinics so far. If you need a flu shot, suspect a bladder infection, or dare to undergo a cholesterol screening, you're in the right place. Chief Financial Officer Eva Barato hopes the shuttering underperforming stores will generate enhanced longer-term performance. Pier 1 Imports. Yeah, there's one near me. Closing in 2020, at least 4. So 4 stores. Pier Imports is having trouble drawing shoppers to its familiar assortment of accent candles, scented candles, I'm sorry, silk pillows, and wicker furniture. So the chain has been slashing its stores. So it's closed at least 70 locations in 2019, and another 70 could be on the chopping block. There's one near me, but I think I've only been in there twice. That was it. Media reports indicate that at least 4 will be shutting down in 2020, including all 3 Pier 1 stores in Alaskans. But next time you will need a new Pier 1 throw to help you stay warm. You'll have to buy it online. The retailer has been in negotiations with its landlords in hopes of keeping some stores open. There are still about 950 in the U.S. and Canada, Lord and Taylor's. Okay, they're closing 2 stores in 2020. Lord & Taylor's has been around since 1826. The original store in Manhattan advertised fashionable dry goods such as cloaks, shawls, morning attires, laces, and embroideries. The chain has been withering in recent years and closed its New York City flagship store in January 2019. Two locations will shutter in early 2020 at Tyson Corner Center in Virginia and Palisade Center in suburban New York. The company has cited economic reasons for the closures and says it will work closely to help laid off employees go through the transition. L&T future is highly uncertain. Latote, a fashion rental subscription service out of San Francisco, recently acquired the Lord & Taylor chain from Hudson Bay, the owner of Saks Fifth Avenue, Macy's. Yeah, there used to be a Macy's around me, but it's gone, closing one store. And the latest example of how Macy's is struggling, the landmark location in downtown Seattle will close in February 2020. The eighth store building occupies a whole city block and bears Macy's name. However, the store was downsized to 2 floors in recent years. Okay, so I guess you don't need no massive stores like that anymore, you know? So that's only one location. But y'all, this is the signs of the times. More people are shopping online than ever before. And look, why not? You're saving gas and time, and everything is delivered right to your door. And in many cases, depending on how much money you spend, you can get free shipping, you know? So people don't want to be in these crowded stores anymore. They want to be in the convenience of their home shopping. And you can buy everything online, including cars, man. You can buy everything online these days. But y'all, please tell me what you think about these stores that will be closing in 2020. I mean, this is amazing. These stores were once doing very well, but not anymore. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. And also, if you can become patrons, please do. I am looking to build up my patrons. Peace, family.